Thank you. Good morning, distinguished members of the committee. My name is Shelby Knox, and I am a 21-year-old speaker and sexual health educator. It is an honor to be here to share my personal experience with abstinence-only until marriage programs and to provide a youth perspective on their appropriateness and effectiveness. I was born and raised in a Southern Baptist family in Lubbock, Texas, a city with some of the highest rates of sexually transmitted infection and teen pregnancy in the nation. At 15, in accordance with my faith, I took a virginity pledge at my church. The same pastor who officiated at my religious pledge ceremony also presented a secularized abstinence-only program to students in my school district. Many students were already having sex and needed information to protect their health. However, he expounded on the ineffectiveness of condoms, explaining in graphic detail and with even more graphic pictures the sexually transmitted infections one could get if we trusted our health to a flimsy piece of latex. We were all too intimidated or embarrassed to ask for clarification, but it seemed as if sex with a condom was the equivalent of sex without a condom. He also touched on the ills of masturbation and warned against homosexual sex. One demonstration he used left little doubt as to our worth as a future spouse or partner or person if we were to engage in sexual activity before marriage. He pulled an often squirming and reluctant and always female volunteer onto the stage, took out a toothbrush that looked like it had been used to scrub toilets, and asked her if she would brush her teeth with it. When she predictably refused, he pulled out another toothbrush, this one pristine in its original box, and asked her if she would brush her teeth with that toothbrush. When she answered in the affirmative, he turned to the assembly and said, "If you have sex before marriage, you are a dirty toothbrush." Many of my peers were struggling with questions, and most were not abstaining from sex. The statistics became alarmingly personal when the girl who sat next to me in math class got pregnant. She told me her boyfriend had said she couldn't get pregnant the first time she had sex. Her growing belly was the result of that first and only time. Another friend, trying to be responsible, used 2 condoms at once. He had been taught that using a condom wouldn't work, so he tried 2. Only later did I find out that using 2 condoms together was likely to cause both to break. I believed in abstinence in a religious sense, but it was clear that abstinence only, as a policy for students who simply were not abstaining, was dangerous. Even if we did wait until marriage, we still lacked the basic understanding of our bodies, reproduction, and how to prevent pregnancy, as well as a long list of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, and the skills to have conversations about sex and protection. I felt betrayed by the people who I trusted to tell me the truth: my pastor, my teachers, the school district, and the elected officials who deemed an ineffective policy good politics, if not sound science. I got involved with a group urging the school district to change the abstinence-only policy to a more comprehensive sexuality education curriculum that would include abstinence as well as medically accurate information on a wide range of human sexuality topics. My parents, proud conservatives who encouraged my virginity pledge, joined me in asking the school board to change the curriculum because they wanted me to have complete and accurate information about my body and sexuality. They didn't see a conflict with encouraging me to remain abstinent, while at the same time ensuring that my classmates and I received the tools in school to make healthy and responsible decisions throughout our lives. They were in good company. 85% of parents believe that teens should receive information about abstinence as well as how to protect themselves. Abstinence works. Abstinence only until marriage does not. It is morally unethical to leave young people without the information they need to protect themselves. Studies have shown a more comprehensive approach to sex education gives us a strong message about abstinence and information about condoms and contraception, do a better job helping young people abstain than do abstinence-only until marriage programs. So why is it that not a single federal dollar has ever been dedicated to a comprehensive approach while more than $1 billion has been spent on abstinence-only education? As a young person with first-hand experience about the misinformation, shame, guilt, and intolerance propagated by these programs, I urge you to eliminate funding for abstinence-only until marriage programs and to instead allocate those funds to comprehensive, medically accurate sex education that provides young people with the tools they need to make responsible, informed decisions about their sexual health. Once again, it was an honor to speak to you today, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions at the appropriate time.